Good afternoon, I'm Beth Christie, and it is an honor and a privilege to have with us today Jeremy Gaynor. He is here, and Jeremy, as you guys are going to learn in the interview, is a member of the Armed Forces.
Absolutely.
Has a beautiful voice, an absolutely beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Was on The Voice,
On The
appropriately
Voice.
enough. I'm a big fan of the show. And it's great that you're here at the studios and taking the time to do an interview. So let's start before you're on The Voice. When did you start singing? How did you start singing? Is it something you've always loved?
Yes, it's a family tradition. It runs through the family. I say it's a family tradition because every time we come together as a family, we have to sing. We're made to sing. So I grew up, around music. I'm actually a distant relative of Gloria Gaynor.
Nice.
So, it's, ever since I can remember, I've been singing.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just a part of me. It's music was my first love. Of course, I have my wife in the studio with me. That's my current love, and my forever love. But music was my first love. So.
And then you joined the Army,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've been stationed all over.
Yes, ma'am.
But you have been at West Point, where you auditioned to become the singer of the West Point Band.
Yes, ma'am. The male lead vocalist for the West Point Band. It was pretty amazing. I've been assigned there since January of 2014. So when it came time to join the Armed Forces, you guys can see who won that battle. All for one. But just merging my first love of music with my love and that family tradition as well to serve. And so just merging the two, and I feel like music is, it's another art form of service. So it's like merging that service to the country with, that musical balance. And there's no greater feeling than being on that stage and kind of inspiring, encouraging a widow or, my fellow soldiers, just having that great patriotic moment, military moment. Being with the West Point Band, we do things all over.
Mm-hmm.
And so I received a tasking to sing the national anthem for Hiring for Heroes, a veterans job affair down at MetLife Stadium. And so, going down on the mission, of course I'm focused to make sure, I'm competent and make sure that I do everything I need to do to make sure the mission is complete. And in the midst of everything, I was told that they were holding voice auditions at MetLife Stadium that day upstairs. And I didn't, I wasn't prepared, but I didn't bring a change of clothes. But I was there. And I just felt like it was a divine situation. So I kind of called my wife and just told her about the situation. And she felt the same. It was just like, why not? It had to be, it just felt like it was a divine connection, a divine situation. Auditioned and it became a great journey.
So that was, if I remember right, in June, as you had mentioned before we started recording, and then you had to be really quiet about everything for a few months, which I would not be able to do, but you were, and then the blind auditions didn't start until the fall?
Yes, I auditioned, my initial audition was in June.
Okay.
There were a few auditions after, and so it was just amazing. It was like audition after audition. I was like, well, I guess I really need to take this thing seriously. It was initially just started off as just an opportunity to tell the Army story, to be a representation for the Army, for the Armed Forces. And then I just along the way, I just started to rediscover that fire, that love for music, and it was just like, okay, I'm really starting to get invested into this. And so the blind audition happened in October. But when the blind audition happened, 4 chairs happened, excitement happened.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what that was like on stage.
It was amazing.
And they all turn around. Because as an audience member, whenever that happens, I tend to tear up. I'm a wimp, at these things. I tend to tear up, and I get so excited. I can't imagine being on stage and being like, okay, maybe I do. Look, there's another chair turning around. There's another chair turning around. Maybe I got something.
Yeah. It was pretty amazing. It's confirmation. It's like confirmation, as an artist or just as anyone. If you have a dream, you want to believe in yourself. If you have a love or passion, you want to believe in yourself to be able to deliver, to be able to execute, to be able to live out that dream. And so just being on that voice stage and just pouring myself out on the stage, and to have 4 superstar coaches turn around for me, it was just a confirmation that, my belief is sustained, So it was pretty amazing feeling.
So there's something very special happening on Friday.
Yes.
At West Point. So tell us about that.
So the guys at West Point, they're pretty amazing. You know, it wasn't my idea. They actually came up with the idea to have my welcome home concert, and so I was really, you know, in the beginning I was a little reluctant to do it. Didn't really want to do it. I consider myself to be a pretty humble guy, you know. So it was just like, you know, it's not necessarily about me. But we putting on the welcome home Jeremy Gaynor concert Friday, 8 p.m. at the historic Eisenhower Hall on West Point. The event is free and open to anyone who would like to come out. And, you know, as I like to say, this concert is on me.
I like that. I like that. On the stage at Eisenhower Hall Theater.
Yes, ma'am.
All the folks that have been on that stage.
Yes, ma'am. Historic. And
it is.
You know,
I mean, from presidents to performers to historical figures. I mean, that's a magical place.
It is. It is. And you know, it's pretty amazing to think that, you know, my name is going on a poster for the Ike Hall, being on the same stage as some of the greats that have come by, some of the dignitaries that have come by. And it's pretty amazing.